Hello, I'm Roving Rova, and yeah, I'm playing JoJo All-Star Battle again. Well, the demo. I'm broke. Anyways, second thing you'll notice, you don't hear anything. That's for a reason. The TV is muted. There's a reason for that if you read the title of this video. Now, basically, what I'm doing is playing this game, but not as a gameplay video, but rather just something to go over me discussing my personal favorite stands in JoJo's. Also, I'll be playing as Caesar and Dio in this one. So, my favorite stands... Oh, and I'm gonna warn you now, there are gonna be spoilers for JoJo's Part 3 all the way to what we have right now in Part 8. Well, not right now, but you know what I mean. Anyways, so yeah, if you don't like spoilers, then click off this video. I'll give you all a second to leave. We all here? Great. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to be going over my favorite stands and what are their personal best moments in my opinion. So why don't I start off with Part 3, Stardust Crusaders. I say Part 3 because, okay, why am I explaining this? If you clicked on this video, clearly you probably know half a thing about JoJo's. But anyways, so let's start with a stand we see early on, Hierophant Green. It is the stand belonging to Noriaki Kakyoin, the cherry-loving goofball who ends up getting mimicked by Rubber Soul at one point. So, what I like about Hierophant Green is just how it is. The, possession-y type deal was weird, to say the least. Not only that, but, just Emerald Splash. I love Emerald Splash. 'Cause, I mean, seriously, it's just Emerald Splash. Enough said. Okay. Yeah, I really can't think of a good, legitimate reason why I like Hierophant Green so much, I just do. Oh, and green's my favorite color, so that could factor into it. But anyways, yeah. It's, my best moment from Hierophant Green, and by extension its user, is, it's gotta be Kakyoin's final moment, and how he cleverly uses his final Emerald Splash to shoot the clock to sort of signal that Dio's true ability was to stop time. Which most other stands I think are okay. Death 13 was cool, but nothing really stuck out to me. So, I can definitely say that my next favorite stand is the aforementioned The World. The stand user is Dio, as most people probably know. And it has this whole same type of stand thing with JoJo's stand Star Platinum. But anyways... Oh, there's Star Platinum right now, even though he's supposed to be purple. Anyways, the reason I like The World is, for one, the prominent yellow. Yellow is, a really nice color in my opinion. Apparently a lot of people aren't a big fan of yellow, which I can understand. There are traits to not like about it. But aside from just color... God, this is turning into another Hierophant Green. Anyways... What I like about The World is mostly its ability. Being able to stop time. Just take that in for a second. Dio was incomplete. He was trying to make a Hamon body undead, and things just don't work that way. So, oh, and he was still incomplete because he was being dragged down by the more Hamon blood he got from Joseph. So the Hamon was counteracting a body he was already trying to make undead, but was already the body of a Hamon user. My favorite moment from the world is, it's hard to say, but my real favorite moment from the world, yeah, I'd have to say it is, insert meme here, Road Roller. Just freeze time, fly away, smash a teenager with a road roller. Oh, this really doesn't relate to, stands that I like, but, it can still relate to the current subject, which is, it's kind of funny because even incomplete, Dio was such a threat that he could only be beaten by a complete out of nowhere, sort of almost like a Deus Ex Machina, which is Jotaro just coming out of nowhere saying he too is able to stop time. So yeah, that was kind of a Deus Ex Machina in my opinion, but it was still cool, and it led to Part 4 Star Platinum, the world. Speaking of Part 4, I mean, that leads into the next stand I'd like to talk about, which is Josuke Higashikata's Crazy Diamond. From here on, most stands are named from music references. The music reference for Crazy Diamond is the Pink Floyd song Shine On You Crazy Diamond, and Josuke's ability is essentially he's able to restore things to any previous state. He can fix items and even heal people with the ability. Now, honestly, if I were to keep talking about Part 4 beyond this point, I'd be here for just an hour talking about that, because there are so many stands from Part 4 I like. But I'm just going to give a quick rundown of my favorite stands from Part 4, which are obviously Crazy Diamond, but then there's Echoes, Heaven's Door, and Killer Queen. The hand's also pretty cool, but I don't know, I just thought the hand was a bit too basic. So, Part 5, and my personal favorite part of JoJo's, my favorite stand, hands down, is a tie between Gold Experience, used by the main character Giorno Giovanna, and Guido Mista's stand, Sex Pistols. Now, let me start with Gold Experience. For one, its ability is to basically bring inanimate objects to life. And, like, he turns Koichi's luggage into a frog. And any damage done to Giorno's creations is reflected back on the attacker. So if you hit a frog over the head with a shovel like Leaky Eye Luca did, it's like you just bludgeoned your own head in with a shovel. Anyways, moving on from that particular part, he also gains the ability to heal, and it's not cool and quick like Josuke's, but he actually like takes an object and like forcefully stitches bone and muscle together and like forces new body parts into place. Basically making it to where he can heal, but it's painful. Now on to Sex Pistols, which is the stand of Guido Mista. Basically, the stand is made up of 6 different small creatures, which Mista either fires off with his bullets or keeps near him. They're very, very precise, able to knock bullets in different directions, so if somebody dodges, doesn't matter. One of the pistols is gonna knock a bullet right into you, and the main way that Mista would wreck people is like he'd shoot his stand into his opponents, and they'd just be kicking bullets everywhere, knocking up all their vital organs. And yeah, if you don't know basic biology, if your internal organs get screwed up, you're dead. I feel like that would be obvious, though. Anyways, so yeah, they're also precise and speedy enough to catch bullets and defend Mista. See, the thing that balances the stand, though, is that... Oh, I just realized Speedwagon's in the background. The thing that makes the stand balanced is the fact that, Mista has to have an actual gun and actual bullets for his stand to be able to do anything offensively. They're still good for defense, but they ain't doing much for offense without an actual gun and ammo. Okay, so Part 6, Stone Ocean, which is the part I've actually read the least of, so I really only have 2 favorite stands, which is Stone Free, the stand of Jolene Cujo, and I actually really like the design of Poochie's first stand, Whitesnake. Stone Free basically allows it, it's basically a massive string that can go really far, so it technically has the longest, but it also is the shortest range. It has Star Platinum's 1 to 2 meter range if it's in its full body humanoid form, but if it's split up into string, then it goes really, really far. Jolene is also able to almost fully disassemble her body itself into string, which is useful. The way she gets her stand is actually from an amulet that JoJo's sent her, which contained a broken piece of a stand arrow, which Jolene pricked her finger on, leading to the creation of Stone Free. A lot of people think that it's like an inherited stand, but it specifically is shown that Stone Free's ability starts from the wound where Jolene pricked her finger on the stand arrow. So I'm pretty sure it's the piece of the arrow that created Stone Free, and that Stone Free isn't an inherited stand. Then there's Poochie's stand, Whitesnake, which basically, I think acceleration comes with Sea Moon, but basically what Whitesnake is able to do is, he's basically able to take and give stands, except they kinda suck. Because, see, he can take people's stands away and put them into discs. Now, that's cool, and he can give them to other people. The problem is that disc stands don't have a natural instinct to protect their user, and will actively try to attack whoever's using them, which is kind of bad. Matter of fact, I think most enemy stand users in Part 6 were, disc users, except for, Dio's children. Illegitimate children, but that's not important. Anyways, so yeah, he takes and gives stands, but it's the worst way to get a stand, because the stand will try to kill you. Okay, Part 7... I don't have many favorites, except for the generic, D4C, and by extension D4C Love Train. But I think that Tusk is awesome. Like, I don't care what anyone says, I'll fight you on this. I think Tusk is awesome. Since, for one, it's able to basically say, hey, screw your ultimate BS powers, I do what I want. By using the infinite rotation to screw over Funny Valentine, the main villain, and user of D4C. But, yeah, there's only two stands that I truly like from Part 8, and that's Nut King Call and Soft and Wet. Soft and Wet is one of the most broken stands ever. And Nut King Call is just a cool concept. Soft and Wet has its Plunder ability, which allows it to steal aspects from somebody, like their sight, the friction from their body, or all the water from their body. And Josuke, Part 8 Josuke uses Soft and Wet's ability in a very unique way. And it's very clever. But, so, that's what I like about it. Plus, it can be used at not too far of a range, but sort of a range, because of the fact that, it has the almost explosion-like traits of alternate universe Kira Killer Queen. Because, oh, and Massive Bombshell for JoJo's, and if you haven't read it yet, which I gave a spoiler warnings, and if you're this far in, why the heck are you still here? Thanks for sticking around, though. Josuke in Part 8 is a fusion between alternate universe Yoshikage Kira and, Josefumi Kujo.